Hello folks, welcome. I thought 27th of February, good to have you here with me in the studio. What I'm actually doing is I have been making some needle tools. So these, as far as I'm concerned, are the best needle tools that you're gonna find anywhere. Well, Simon, that is a bold claim. I know. I don't mean to be boastful or anything. I'm just saying I made these to my own liking. I like them. The trouble with most needle cut-off tools, I wanted to find the one that I thought I had. I had a classic example of the kind of needle cut-off tool you should not use. I can't lay my hands on it because it had a real ultra thick needle, you know what I mean? Like a needle that, you know, if you went to the doctor's surgery and he showed you that needle, you would cower away into the corner, kind of thing. Well, imagine what your pots feel like, you know, when you hit them with a needle like that. But these are sort of like generic examples of your typical cut-off needle tool. Let's just get one of these ones that I've made just to put beside it, just so you get an idea of a comparative the thickness of the needle. That is the problem. This is where the problem lies, is in the needle itself is way too thick. You need a much finer needle to be able to do a really good cut-off. I'm not surprised people have difficulty cutting off uneven rims and things on pots. So what I thought I'd do is I'd show you how to make the ones that I make. I thought I'd show you how I go about it. So basically, the length is not critical for the handle. I just use one of these cheapo cutting blocks and I put it there just to the end there like that. And that actually measures about 3.5 inches. Okay, I'm going to put this camera on a tripod here. We're going to get cutting. We'll cut a few of those. So yeah, just line that up there with the end. That basically makes it about 3.5 inches. Okay, so look, I've got some of those here already prepped. Right, now let's go over to my workbench over here. Let's get a bit more light on the subject. My workbench is the usual display of total yeah, I'll tell you what, it's useful. I have a little fan here that I put on when I'm doing work here on the grindstone to blow any wood away so I don't breathe it in. I don't like wearing masks. Not for nobody. So what we're going to do is, once we've got these guys done, what I'm going to do is I'll try not to be moving the camera around too much, but you see on the side here what I do is I just put an angle there like that. Dee, 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 dee. Okay, that is that end. Right, let's put this back on the tripod. What I'll do is I'll make 3 of them so you can just see the process, you know. The process. Right, next you need a pencil sharpener. We are going high tech. So you sharpen your pencil, you see. You sharpen your pencil. Back to school. When I was at school, it would be a case of calling out to the master, "Sir, could you sharpen my pencil, please?" And he would, you know, he would whip out his pocket knife, you know, and he would sharpen my pencil for me. Okay. Something like that. Ooh. Are we in the picture? Okay. All right, so there we have, we've done both ends. What I'm going to do though now, I'm going to put some little grooves in it, in the top end here, because when you hold it to use it to cut off, your fingers are going to be gripping this area at the top here. So that's where you need the grippiness. So what we're going to do is just on the corner of the grinding stone, on the corner there, we're going to put these 3, hope you can see that, those 3 rings at the end, which is going to act as a purchase point for your thumb and index finger. Because it's at the top end here where you need to hold it, because that's where it's going to give you the best control. Right, when we've done that, see, I've got this little jam jar with some water in it. I'm going to put them in the water like that, just for a few minutes. Now we're going to go and look for our dressmaker pins. Here they are. Let's see now. Make sure we're in the picture. Okay. Right, we're going to take a pin. I'm going to take these pliers, and I'm going to, right at the end, locate it right at the end where the head of the pin is, and cut it off. Okay. Once we cut it off, the cut off end there, we're going to grind to a point. Okay, so I've ground that end to a point, so it's now pointed on both ends. But I'm taking the ground end is what I'm going to push into the end of the wood. Now, watch closely. We're going to take this, holding it like this, in this kind of pliers, okay? I'm going to find the center, okay, and I'm holding it dead straight, okay, and I'm going to use my finger here as well as gripping it here, and I'm going to push it into the wood. Oh, this is a little bit stiff actually, this one. Oh, you know what, this wood for some reason is, I should say, I should have said, when you when you get your dowel, what you want to do is just check the dowel that it's fairly soft. You may not know how to check that, but generally speaking, the whiter the wood, the softer it is. Sometimes you get a darker. That's not actually the right dowel. That's a different piece. But yeah, so it comes in different hardnesses. That dowel you'll find. Of course, today I picked it. This particular one seems to be rather hard. That's part of the reason why we soak them in water, because it helps to open up the grain a bit, so that I'm a little bit concerned that this one, when it gets really hard like this, and you try. Sorry, we're not focusing, are we? When I try to put the pin push it into the wood, when I try to push it in, if the wood is rather hard and dense, it's a little bit more difficult, and sometimes the pin bends. And this is it's funny, I've done all those ones over there you just seen on the bench. I had one here that actually by coincidence had a knot. Somewhere in the end here there was a knot. I couldn't get the needle in. And this particular one is the second one out of 50, would you believe, that is showing, it's telling me that the wood is a little bit on the hard side, which is a nuisance, because I wanted to show you how easily it can slide into the end of the wood, so long as the wood is not like a rock. Oh man, it's so hard, it's just not going in. That's a bummer. That's not very good, is it, Simon? You're supposed to be demonstrating something and you don't seem to be doing a very good job of it. I know. But at least you're getting a dose of reality. That's what it's like, isn't it? Sometimes these things, they don't just go as you plan. Oh no, that one's going in. A bit better. There you go. Alright, there you are. Oops. Managed to get that one in okay. Okay, so there it is. So what I would do now, actually I would have done this before I'd stuck the pin in the end, the needle. I'd have given it just a light sanding. Okay. All over. Better to do it before you stick the needle in the end. And then with all of them I give them some linseed oil over all of the all over the wooden part here. Just helps to protect it a little bit. All right, so there you have it. That's how you can make for yourself your own needle tool. We had an example here of actually just by tapping it like that, I can tell that wood it's a little bit hard, you know. Wood, you know, being a natural product, it does come in different sort of densities according to the rings and how slowly or how fast the wood has grown. So this size of dowel, this size that I'm actually using is 3/8. This is 3/8 dowel. Okay. Maybe this piece will be a bit softer. Usually when I buy them up at the shop, I try to look for the ones which I think are going to be more suitable for me to insert a needle into the end. And so just watch out for that when you buy. I'm glad that I did 3 and I had a couple of examples here of ones that were not suitable, because that is Just something to be wary of, okay? You'll need a pencil sharpener. It's pretty basic. Some dressmaker pins, a grindstone, a pair of pliers, a saw, and a block thing there for cutting, as you saw me do. Okay, folks, that is it. I hope that is helpful to you. Have a go making your own tools, okay? If you don't like making them, you can buy them from me. I have these for sale on my Etsy shop. I use them all the time. If students come here, we give them to try and use. And generally speaking, everybody says, wow, these are the best, because, you know, if you're trying to stick a thick needle into a top of a wobbly rim, quite often when you put it in, it creates so much drag, doesn't it, that the whole top of the pot kind of like, you destroy the top of the pot. That's why you need one of these. Hey folks, thanks for joining me here in the studio. I've got a bit behind with some of my videos. I'm actually in the process of doing, and what I will be doing is, pretty soon after this video, I'll be doing some handling of a new shape of tankard. There's some there already made on the bench, and I'll be back on the wheel throwing some as well. So join me for that. I'll be handling and throwing and handling some more of those. Okay folks, that's it from me. Have a great day. Keep practicing. God bless. Bye bye.